That's a lot of fireworks. Um, for this lower income community, that's a lot of fireworks to be buying, lighting on fire, and then shooting into the air to celebrate what could potentially be our final year in this place. I don't know. Hello guys, though, welcome back. My name is Mass. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, one of the couple, I appreciate you coming back. Happy New Year, I suppose. I hope everybody's night went safe. I know there's some stuff that took place last night, and some bad news, but I pray for those people's families, and condolences to all who went through some stuff. I didn't, for the last couple of New Year's, I haven't gone out and done anything because, I don't know, it's that curse, right? Of becoming more aware and falling down certain rabbit holes that just lead you to not seeing the use in a lot of different things. Namely, going out and getting absolutely demolished at a bar just because the year changed on the calendar. And not drinking also helps that. But even if I was drinking, the last couple of years I spent New Year's in the house anyway. Even when I was. I have no optimism moving forward for anything going on in this year. I'm actually very, 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 very jaded, and I know a lot of other people feel the same way. Because it's not like we're ending this where we ended the last year. It's not like we ended last year in any kind of good or better place. Things are on a downward trajectory, and things continue to be on a downward trajectory because I just heard that Trump has done something to childcare, like federal childcare benefits. It's just like, man, it's really coming from all directions, isn't it? It's really just everything is terrible. Everything is terrible going into 2026, man. Everything, like everything, man. Everywhere you look, it's like not even just bad. Stuff has always been at least bad enough to complain about. At least my whole life, there's always something to complain about. Oh, you wake up, your mom's on the phone with her girlfriends. Did you hear what that stupid president said on the blah, blah, blah? It's always something. But this is like objectively ungood. Like for everyone involved except rich people who own property or a lot of stocks in blue chip corporations and whatnot. Outside of that, if you're not one of those people, I don't care if you got a good job. I don't care about nothing. It's objectively getting bad, and it will start to affect you soon. I don't care if you're some dude who gets a bunch of girls. I don't care if you're some girl who gets a bunch of guys. Things are getting worse. And for the vast majority of people. And it's starting to be this cacophony online of everybody saying the same thing. And I've never seen so many people in so many different walks of life, so many different political so many different political groups all coming to very similar conclusions. They're on different sides of the aisle, and everybody's saying the same thing. Like, man, why is everything garbage? Everything sucks. Everything's bad, man. And this is so striking because not only did I just, go through my own stuff this new year, just reflecting on how stressful this year's been and how fast it went and how, not excited I am about the next year. I just also did a little bit of not research. I just some videos been popping up on my timeline about, like, basically just explaining why everything's so bad. Like, because we all can see that, oh, stuff is getting more expensive. Oh, I'm not getting more money. People are getting fired all over the place. At least, even at my job. I just started working at my job a couple months ago. 9 to 10 people were fired since I started working there. Just boom, 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 boom. You come in every day. Boom. Where's such and such? I haven't worked with such and such in a while. Oh, she's fired. Oh, she's fired. Oh, he's fired. Oh, he's fired. Oh, they took him off the schedule. Oh, fired, 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 fired. It's insane. Everybody's on pins and needles now. I feel like I work with the same people every day. It's insane. And I work in like a corporate, company. So it's like there should be no shortage of people, but they fired so many people to the point where I think it shook up a bunch of us. Like, oh my God, like there's gonna be no ifs, ands, or buts. I do something wrong, so let me make sure I get to work early. Let me make sure, like it's like them cracking the whip without them having to. But I say that to say, you look around and you see all these things happening, and you wonder, okay, why is this happening? And then I watched the video. I forget the creator's name, but he's basically going into how, why greed is destroying the company, and how, not the company, greed is destroying everything, and how this unchecked greed is affiliations is the word. I'm sorry. I'm a word nerd. Maybe I have like a little bit of the tism, as they say. So I if I forget a word, I have to come back to it. Political affiliations. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but the unchecked greed from these companies is actually ripping everything apart. And it's almost demonic, because it's like, it's to the point where so many people are struggling that these people, if they're online at all, or they have any people who are giving them advising them on their like public perception, they have to know that, like, bro, no one likes you. And it's not just about your money. Your policies are leading to people not waking up tomorrow. These healthcare CEOs and all this type of stuff, people are literally, I'm a victim of it. I just had to go to an urgent care clinic just to get like a basic checkup. I had some stomach pain and I had to get like a basic checkup. $300. I was there for like 30 minutes. $300, and $95 of that they charged me before I even went in, because it was a non-negotiable fee just to be seen. And if I went to the emergency, only reason I didn't go to the emergency room because this was a real thing. I thought I was gonna fall out, and I was lightheaded, nauseous, stomach pains, and not just like, I ate something bad stomach pains, like stabbing pains. Only reason I didn't go to the emergency room because I'm like, ooh, do I want to pay $300 or $3,000? But I didn't have that money to give. I'm behind on rent. Anything can happen. I got all types of car issues I need to take care of. I'm still trying to save for a new car. It's insane right now. So I say, like, these people, this is why I say it's almost demonic, because I'm not the only person going through this. More and more people are going through this as time goes. And I swear, man, if these people are tapped into the world that they're kind of, creating by being the way they are, and in any way, if they're tapping into it in any way, they have to know that, like, y'all are, like, literally destroying the world. Environmentally, financially, aesthetically, and in terms of like people's like livelihoods. And it's like they have to know that, and they just press forward with all these different things that are just ruining literally everything, every sect of our society, just everything we care about. Hobbies, automotive, housing, shelter, healthcare, food, water, agriculture. Everything is being destroyed. And I'm starting to see more and more outraged people get on this YouTube thing and just lose their minds, visibly angry at the camera, visibly screaming at the camera. And I know this could all be, it's LOL, it's the internet. Why are you yelling at the camera, bro? Calm down. Go drink a V8 or whatever people say. That's probably too. The kids probably don't understand that one. Never mind. Yeah, though, it's. So, what are we optimistic for? What are we doing fireworks for, man? Last night, I've never felt so annoyed by the fireworks. I've never felt so annoyed. And I know I sound like a Scrooge, but I've never been so annoyed by the fireworks in this somewhat lower income community. Well, I guess I can't say lower income. I do live downtown. So maybe not, I don't live in the projects or something like that, but this is not the richest part of town here. So like, why are we doing fireworks, man? Some of you people probably can't afford to put your child in daycare. You probably just tell them don't answer the door, like my mom had to do to me a couple times when she had to go to work. And you people are blasting off big fireworks, hundreds of dollars in fireworks. Come on, man. Come on, God. Like, but I can't judge because, it gets to a point where I think everybody has some level of a doom spending moment lately, especially with tax time coming up. It's going to be bad. It's going to be a lot of Charger scat packs around that people are going to have for 1 month, and then they're going to get repossessed, and whoop, you had your fun. I think everybody has doom spending moments. I do. I'm really cutting back on them a lot due to me saving money. Maybe me trying to get a new car is doom spending, but it's because there's no hope. Most people just feel like, man, if I do save money and I do all this stuff right, it's gonna be, 30 years before I see, the real big payoffs of something like that. Like, oh, okay, just invest $10,000 into stocks. Just save $10,000 and invest $10,000. Dude, I work 2 jobs. I work at Wendy's, not me, but I'm just saying that, for example, I work at Wendy's and I work at a gas station. You want me to invest $10,000? By the time that any great dividends, by the time I save the money and any big dividends pay out from that, without me getting extremely lucky, I'm going to be old. None of this that's not gonna factor into anything. Granted, slow money is better than no money. But a lot of people are just like, dude, I don't even know if I'm gonna be alive at the end of the year. I'm about to just use my taxes, buy this Kia Stinger, race somebody on the highway for my cheap thrills, and Jesus take the wheel, man. That's how a lot of people are feeling, and that's not smart, technically. But I know so many people who are responsible. I know so many people who are frugal, who are not crazy with their money, who don't do anything. I have a specific friend who doesn't do anything. And I literally watched his life. He's doing better now, but I literally watched his life just get eviscerated. And like, I spent a lot of time around him that month. Because I'm more busy now because I'm working 24/7. I can't go see anybody. I haven't seen my family. Never mind. But I was around him a lot that month, and it all started with just one little healthcare issue that set him behind on certain bills, and then that kind of snowballed. Selling this to do this led to him losing the ability to work this job, and then losing the car, messed up his ability to do gig work for extra money, falls behind on rent at the place. Boom. Just that fast, in like a month, all stemming from some random healthcare moment that he had. I don't want to get too much into his business, but, it can happen to anybody. Just like that. Broken leg. Boom. Broken leg. You are done. If you still have the ability to, you're moving back with your parents. It's over. Just a broken leg. Doctors won't even look at you until you put your card on file or your insurance or whatever. Doctors won't even put you in the ambulance probably without a deposit. If they're not doing that now, they're gonna be doing it soon. This is what I'm saying. This is what we have to look forward to. And all this stuff sounds so fantastical, and stuff might be messed up, and you're just being dramatic and blah blah blah. Stuff isn't perfect, yeah, but we're still living the greatest. Dude, this stuff is not fantastical. Like these things I say, oh, that might happen, this might happen, it might. Look at the stuff that's really going on. And this is just the stuff I care to mention. It's no wonder why something like dating is not working. It's so much desperation in the dating market, it's insane. And people are trying to, in every shape and form, put themselves in a position, it's almost, for survival at this point. Like, a lot of dudes, unfortunately, feel like if they don't get with a girl and they keep having to go through what they go through with women, that they're gonna crash out one day and lose it. They're gonna go crazy. A lot of dudes can kind of get to feeling like that. Not necessarily to the point where they do something violent. Some people do though, but they feel like I'm gonna lose it and do something and just do something crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna call my ex and like beg her to come back or something like that. Like I'm gonna lose my mind and do something completely out of character like that. Because I'm lonely and I'm this and I'm that. A lot of people feel that way. I be feeling that way all the time. I've been doing better recently because I've been having this car to focus on. This is like all I care about. Getting a car. I've been focusing on this car and my money and just making money. Car. That's all I've been caring about. So it's been keeping me from being too into, stuff like that. But it happens to me too. I feel like I'm building up to something sometimes. All these like traumatizing situations, getting ghosted by girls. You do everything right. She's talking to you. She's responding to you. She's showing interest. As soon as you try to set the date, yeah, I'm all for it. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You respond, hey, I want to go do this. Or I can pick you up and we can go here and blah, blah. You said you're off this day. We can go at this time. Boom, ghosted. You don't even know what happened. She just ghosts you out the blue. It was her idea. She hit you up first and she ghosted you. This is, so something like dating, it's almost hinging on survival now because those girls, a lot of them are trying to get with the highest baller, the best bang for their buck that they can. And men are just trying to find the most nurturing woman that they can, that they're attracted to. A lot of dudes are letting attraction go out the window, but they're, trying to get with the most nurturing woman they can just to help put them back together at the end of the day before they do something crazy to their boss at work who accidentally spits on them while they talk and never says thank you or excuse me. So, everything is just terrible, man. Everything is terrible. I'm questioning how long I'm still going to be here. And I don't mean that in a way to like say I'm thinking about anything like that. I'm not thinking about that. I'm saying more so like I think this system is they're currently leveraged. This is getting a little nerdy, but bear with me. They're currently seemingly leveraging everything on AI, almost like it's all that matters. If you follow the money right now, when it comes to like billionaires and investment and all this, just where the big money is going, it's AI. It's AI, and they are leveraging everything. You can't even build a PC right now because the DDR4, well DDR5 for sure, but DDR4 memory sticks and stuff are going up 120% in price and still gonna be going up. Companies are they making so much money off of these OpenAI, Microsoft places buying up all their memory. They're able to shut down their consumer side and only cater to the data centers, and they're able to make way more money that way. So screw the PlayStation. Screw the PC community that's been propping y'all up for years and giving y'all all this business. As soon as this is how brand loyalty, it's ridiculous. Because the second they can make more money not helping you out, if they can make one more penny not helping you with whatever product you want or whatever, they're going to do it every time. Why do we do this? And why do we get into these wars over these corporations? I just don't understand it. But anyway, yeah, all the money, all the big investment is going into these data centers, and they're leveraging everything. They're burning down every industry. Who cares? Layoffs, raising prices to the point where people cannot buy anything in your brand. $5,000 graphics cards, everything. And people know, and they know people aren't going to be able to afford this stuff, but that's not, I don't think they care. I think we're reaching a point where, and this is why I say I'm worried about my long-term survival. We're reaching a point where I think that they're thinking, it's so crazy that we're here. I think that they are full steam ahead on replacing us. And maybe not in the literal sense, like, okay, get rid of all humans, robots, run the world, and then it'll just be us living off this utopia. I think, I don't know. I think they're going to callously knock us out of every industry that we are currently working in, that we are currently finding some enjoyment in, that we are currently, using as some type of substitute for our human pursuits, our typical human pursuits, love, all that type of stuff. They're going to implant AI into every single thing that they can, down to having robot surgeons, down to having ChatGPT become like a girlfriend that you can really interact with in like a physical sense or something. Like, they're going to do whatever they can in scorched earth, the whole thing. Fire everybody. As soon as we can get the AI to do your job even half as good, we're firing you. We're getting you out of there. You're gone. And then once they do that, and there's 1 trillion hungry mouths now to feed because you put these robots in command, then I don't know what could happen at that point. We're completely at the mercy if we're not going to stand up for ourselves. And the sad part about it, if we let it get to that point, standing up for ourselves is a death wish. Because then, if it gets to that point, if we let them get to that point because we're so divided and blaming the wrong people and blaming each other for all this stuff that's clearly not us, we are already cooked at that point. We might already be in the concentration camps. It's insane. It's insane, guys. This is insane. I don't know if it's just me, but has anybody else just ever had these random moments of, wow, this is the real world. This is not a movie. This is real. This is the real world we live in and wake up every day. This doesn't even feel real, man. Like, it's insane. This doesn't even feel like a real world. It feels like a nightmare for real. I don't even know what to think most days. I just kind of find something small and stupid to put my attention towards, and I just just basically push out everything else. And sometimes that backfires and everything comes crashing in at once, and I have a mental breakdown and cry in the car for like 20 minutes. I'm not too much of a man to admit that. I've been crying a lot lately when everything does hit home. I feel like how some people must feel when they're in prison, especially since I am actually physically away from my family. I feel like how some people feel when they're in prison, like where it's just like, I'm here and no one can save me from what's going on. Stuff is getting more difficult. Stuff is getting hard. My car almost got me taken up out of this plane of existence because the gas gauge told, the the gas gauge is messed up, and I thought I had enough gas to get to work, and my car just randomly dies on the highway in the far lane, and I had to get over 3 lanes, 2 lanes of traffic. With my car barely running, and it was a whole mess. I go through stuff like that all the time, just these amazingly derailing moments, just random health issues that I've never had before, feeling like I'm getting stabbed in the stomach randomly while I'm working, it not getting better, shortness of breath. Just to even be seen, it's $100. Just for them to run a little test and send it off to a lab, $200 more. Prescriptions, $20, $25 per prescription. It's like, man, it's half my weekly wage right there, brother. It's been kind of slow since, Christmas has been over. That's like half my weekly wage. It could be worse, but it definitely could be better. So it's setting in right now as I'm talking about it. I try to stay away from this stuff and just focus on the little pursuits I got going on right now, the little things I want to, put a smile on my face. But guys, it's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. I'm losing faith in everything, in all my little creative pursuits and stuff, because of course at some point I want to get this stuff out there to the masses and see people, be able to put myself in a position to see it affect people in a positive way. Know I can, do that to somebody's, spirits, lift their spirits with something I create. And that just seems impossible. All of this, it just seems so impossible. It seems like everything is done. It seems like we're just here. We're here, but it's already over. And this is why they're being so callous and blunt and uncaring about how they go about this stuff, because it doesn't matter. It's already game, set, and match. They already have everything they need. They don't need us anymore. They don't need us for anything. They don't need to appease us. Us being angry it's already too late. So now we're just here. And so many people, people are starting to realize something's wrong. Well, most people are ignorant to what is wrong. And I kind of am jealous that they don't know. Because, I only know, I feel like I only know, these rabbit holes go so deep. I only know a couple, a little bit about a lot. But it's already depressed me to know in just what I do know. And I already wish I was ignorant, again, to this whole thing. Because when I was a kid, I used to think the world was just the world. You just, it is what it is. If things get hard, well, that's just whatever. But you get older and I do all this research, you start to realize, man, this might be systematic, dude. None of this might be an accident. These patterns might be the way they are for a reason. And changing them is going to literally destroy everything. So they don't. There's no hope. You either get screwed a little bit, or you break the system down and get really screwed just by Mother Nature at that point, just by luck and the cosmos. So it's very, 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 very depressing and anxiety inducing if I think about it. So I try not to overly think about it. I do my research, shake my head, and then kind of just get into my day. But it is really depressing. And it has zapped any chance of me being optimistic about this year. Like I said, Trump's starting off the year by cutting child care, I hear. I didn't do, if you could fact check me on that. I didn't do my research. I just heard it from a couple sources. So I'm like, man, I believe it. But it's just insane. I'm supposed to just be getting my life together, and I always feel like, man, I'm too late. I'm still in my mid-20s, and I feel like it's too late. Like I've already missed the window to like have a life, like a not glamorous, but a life, like a successful life in a field of my choosing. I feel like I missed the I feel like I missed the boat on that. I feel like I got my head out of my behind just a year or two too late, and I've sometimes I feel really guilty about it, because sometimes I know this is very, like, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with me for thinking like this, but I feel like I'm so aware and so knowledgeable and so hungry for knowledge that had I been this way a little bit younger, I could have learned how to utilize this system to the best of my abilities to put my family in a better position. Because had I known what I know now, there's certain opportunities that were levied my way that I kind of just let atrophy. I just kind of just didn't do it. There were some places I could have went where I just was tired or hungover and I just didn't go. Just certain little things. You always think you'll have tomorrow, but that whole saying about tomorrow never comes is so true. Tomorrow never came. Now I think that there's no more tomorrows. There's no more new year, new me, next year gonna be this, that. No, I think we passed that. We passed the era where that could be true for most people. And I think it's just gonna get worse. And I would just hope that everybody tries their best to do what they can. I just hope that everybody is able to avoid acute suffering, like direct suffering, and just keep your wits about you, I guess. I don't know. I can't blame anybody for whatever they do to cope with this time. I don't even care if it's hard, illicit substances. Hey, man, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't even know what to say. It's just insane. So I'm gonna try my best here to just go take a shower, clear my mind, might cry, clear my mind, and just get back into my tunnel vision about this car that I want, this Toyota. Figuring out how to get it, figuring out there's an easier way to get it than putting down 30% of the car's value, which I have to do due to credit issues. Whole story with that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do, just to get through the night. And because it's back to work tomorrow, you're off work today, it's back to work tomorrow. Selling some stuff, might be able to get the car on Saturday, so we'll see. We will see, folks. But that's pretty much it. I appreciate y'all for listening and talking with me, and I hope whatever you did want to get out of New Year's, you got out of it. Be it a kiss or a hug or a day off work or whatever. I guess I'll catch y'all on the next one. Got more videos coming. If I take a long break between videos, it's because my depression and anxiety are kind of getting the best of me. That's been happening on and off a little bit more lately. Gets triggered by something, and but I'm gonna try my best not to let that happen, because talking it out does make me feel better. So I'm gonna work on that. But until then, mass out.